Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to today's episode of How You Getting Fucked. I'm your host, Louis Rossman. I've been talking a lot on this channel about how the word ownership used to mean something, and then you have companies like Sony that try to redefine that word to mean something else. And lifetime is also a word that used to mean something. And today we're going to talk about what Hewlett-Packard did with a lot of their enterprise products to make that word mean something else as well. Hewlett-Packard and is separate from Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. HP is the company that you know that sells horrible products. They sell those cheap printers in the store that come with ink that cost almost as much as the printer and scanner combos that will not scan if you run out of color ink. They sell the laptops where the hinges just break apart very easily. And I'm not saying it's right when that company screws you. It's still wrong, but it hits differently than when the enterprise segment screws you. Because the stuff that you buy at the store at Best Buy from HP can be around $100 to $300. Whereas Hewlett-Packard Enterprise equipment, we're talking about stuff that costs $6,000, $8,000, $12,000 easily, and that's just for one piece of equipment, much less if you're buying something to set up a full network. Someone buying these products can easily spend upwards of several $100,000 on a single installation, and they do so because they expect that they're getting a certain level of quality and service. And part of that used to be something called a lifetime warranty. So Hewlett-Packard used to offer this particular set of equipment with, and I quote, "for as long as you own the product, next business day advanced replacement." That is an original Hewlett-Packard lifetime warranty. And recently they released this product warranty update for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Aruba networking product. To simplify and standardize our warranty experience, effective January 15, 2027, all Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Aruba networking products currently covered by the HPE lifetime warranty will now move to a limited lifetime warranty, aligning warranty models across the Hewlett-Packard Enterprise networking portfolio. Gee, I'm so happy as a customer that you've unified your warranty across your portfolio. How is this legal? I'm actually going to have Mackenzie on at some point. I'm going to ask her if she can show up to explain to me, A, if this is legal, if it is, how it is legal, and if it is not legal, what average people can do about it. Some of the products on this list are from 2011, but some of these products are from 2021. And some of these products on the list, when I Google it, I'm finding $10,000 to $16,000 to buy this thing. If you're selling me a networking switch that costs $10,000 to $16,000 and it has a lifetime warranty, I expect that lifetime actually mean lifetime. I'm not saying it's right when normal consumers get screwed over that are buying things at normal consumer prices. It's still wrong, but in my opinion, it is a different level of audacity that it takes to do this on a product that costs $10,000 to $16,000. Now, there are many people who may say something like, "Louis, you're an idiot if you thought lifetime actually meant lifetime with any of these companies. Why are you even complaining? You know they can't offer that to begin with." Well, if they can't offer that, then don't offer that. There are many things that I could offer to sweeten the pot for my customers that may get me additional business that I don't offer because I would never be able to do it. Let's say if 11 or 12 years ago when my company was very new to data recovery and we were primarily focused on motherboard repair, if back in the day I told my customers, if I can't recover it, I will take you to Fogo de Chao, I probably would have a lot of people that said, you know what? Fine, fuck it. I'm going to go with you because even if you can't recover it, We Recover Data wanted a $100 evaluation fee. That company's no fix, no fee, but you said you would take me out to a steak dinner. People may choose to utilize your product and service even when it has a very high price premium because of the things that you promised, which is why you shouldn't be able to unilaterally change the terms of the sale after the sale on the products that you sell. If you sold that product with a lifetime warranty, you cannot change the warranty afterwards. And one of the crazy things that I found about this is that if you look through the terms of their original warranty, and I'm not a lawyer, so please do point out to me if I'm wrong here, if I miss something, there's nothing there that says they can just unilaterally change the terms at any given time. There are a lot of end user license agreements or terms of service that you sign where it says in the terms of service that they can change those terms at any time willy-nilly for any reason. HP doesn't have that, which means I have a feeling that there's a really large opening to sue them. Now, I understand that your average systems integrator is just the one purchasing. They're dealing with their boss's credit card, and the boss is likely, again, when you're at this level, when you're spending $11,000 to $20,000 for a switch, on average, I'm guessing you're not dealing with your average ordinary consumer there anymore. You're dealing with some sort of layers of bureaucracy because the people buying a $10,000 to $30,000 switch are not you and I. When you're talking about devices that cost this much money, the person who paid for it, the person who chose it, these are all going to be different people. I don't think that a standard lawsuit is the type of thing that would work at this point because the people who are going to be aggravated by this enough to sue, again, you have to think about it. There are multiple layers of bureaucracy. When you go to Best Buy and you buy a switch or a piece of hardware for $100 to $200, you are the person who chose it. You are the person who paid for it. When you're talking about a $10,000, a $20,000, or $30,000 switch, you're probably just an IT person who's dealing with this, who got a credit card from somebody else, who had it approved by somebody else because they work at some company. If you're spending $20,000 on a switch, I'm going to guess that you're not just putting this in your home. You likely work at some sort of business that has multiple multiple levels of bureaucracy, which means there's not one person who's going to be so raging that in their free time they're going to sue HP or take them to small claims court the way I will Samsung when they try to fuck me out of my warranty. I'm petty enough to do that. Your average multinational conglomerate that's spending this much money on enterprise hardware, not so much. I would love to see HP get sued over this, but I realize that's not going to happen. And one of the things that I keep saying here is that if companies keep acting like this, if they keep taking part in these behaviors or changing the terms of the sale after the sale, not honoring their agreements, you're going to see people less interested in going through the legal process. I said that I was going to sue Samsung, and I would have taken them to small claims court. I did not do what somebody who is not, I'm trying to figure out the polite way to put this, has a normal job in life in our very inflationary society and doesn't have the luxury of time to be able to take time out of their day, research how to file a lawsuit. They might just buy another product on Amazon and return the old one in the box and rely on the fact that the person that's trying to pack boxes so fast that they have to piss in bottles is not checking the serial number on the old and the new SSD. You're going to encourage people to buy another product from one of these websites and then return the old one in the box. And at some point, I think that's the only thing that's going to get this point across to these companies is when people start taking the shortcuts, when people realize you just fucked me. So the right way to play the game would be to sue you. But I don't have the time for that, so I'm just going to buy another one and return the old one in the box. And at some point, I think that type of protest behavior is the only thing that's actually going to change the behavior of these companies. You can't change the terms of the sale on a warranty after the sale. That's not how this works. I cannot tell my customers that you have a 5-year warranty and change it to a 1-year warranty after they've already paid for the fucking service. I can't tell my customers, I'm going to take you to Fogo de Chao if I can't recover your data. Have that customer come to me and then say, nah, never mind. Because that customer, if I didn't offer that, may have went to somebody who is more reputable, may have went to somebody who has more experience in the field. I can't lie to get business. And I can't believe I'm saying that as if this is some sort of surprise. But in 2026, it really is. I think that it's going to take a large amount of blowback where consumers start taking the shortcuts to doing the things that they're not supposed to do to get their money back or to get their replacement unit when the manufacturer does some shady shit like this. I don't know what concerted pushback would look like, but I would really like to see it. You can't get away with this shit. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
We also have the duty not to infringe the IP rights in the process. It is in fact the manufacturers who have the relevant rights, not consumers.